thrush is a bacterial infection that horses can get in their feet. Generally, it can be caused by the horse standing in wet bedding, dirty environments, too long in a wet muddy field, for example. It's really, really important to take care of this because this can cause a horse to be lame, to be uncomfortable and in pain, and rot away the inside of the foot. So the most important thing about taking care of the horse's frog is to make sure it's healthy. This is because the frog acts as a pump, so every time the horse stands, takes a step, the foot expands, the frog comes on contact with the ground and acts as a pump to push the circulation back up the leg, and the circulation has to reach the muscles and tendons in order to keep the horse sound and keep all the body working properly. So when there's a big problem in the frog and thrush or incorrect shoeing, the frog will start to erode away and not act as it's supposed to, causing bigger problems in the horse. So this is the horse's frog. This is what acts as the pump. So when you're assessing your horse's frog, you should look that this is dry and not wet with a foul, dark smell. You can clean really here deep in the sides. You see here everything is getting caught inside. This horse has been shod recently, so this is quite good. But as the feet grow longer, I'll show you another example, it can be quite difficult to keep this clean as the space narrows and deepens. When you want to check, you can speak with your farrier about this. The frog should be in contact with the horse's ground, so when you look down parallel, you should be able to see that the bulbs of the heel, they will actually touch the ground when the horse hits the ground. So if it doesn't, the horse's frog will start to contract, and this is not really ideal, so you should speak with your farrier about rectifying this problem. So as you can see that this frog is a not very healthy frog. You can see where he had thrush before and probably still has a bit inside here. You see where the frog has started to rot away, and the hoofschmied, that the farrier has had to cut this away to expose it and allow the air to come inside to get it dry. So here, when you're cleaning, you can do deep inside here, and as you can see, this is dry, so this is okay now. But if I pass you can clean really deep inside here, inside the frog. If the horse is still suffering from thrush, this can be quite painful, so you have to be careful. And if this is suffering with thrush, you'll see that this would be black here, and you can smell a really foul smell. But actually this now, you see a little bit inside here. This still has some remains of the thrush, which I'm going to take care for and treat. So I'm going to use this product here. It's called Total Frog Care from Total EquiPro. It's a product to treat thrush. So because this horse is not suffering very badly anymore, when he was suffering, I would treat him daily until the symptoms started to reduce. But now, as you can see, it's all dry. You can still see the remains of the thrush, and you can see a little bit inside here. I would treat this horse maybe 2 times a week, just as a maintenance. And as you get towards the end of the shoeing cycle, you have to take extra care because the clefts are going to get deeper, and it's going to get harder and harder to take proper care of it. So you might have to increase to 3 or 4 times per week. And especially if your horse is standing on a wet bedding or in a wet field, mainly on straw, if it's not cleaned out so regularly, this is going to be a big factor to contribute to worsening of the thrush. Anyway, I will take this, I'll put it really deep inside the heel and just allow it to run out. You see how it runs down? And it's going to fill all the spaces. You can go inside here. And then I would allow the foot, hold it for a few seconds to allow it to soak in, and then allow the horse to stand here for a few minutes before returning him to the box so it has a chance to dry before it soaks into all the bedding. So here I want to show you an example of a horse which is suffering from thrush, which I would use the daily treatment on from the Total Frog Care. Come, sweetie. So as you can see, this is quite infected, that the frog is quite deeply eroded away. This would need cutting by the hoofschmied carefully, but as you can see, the thrush is going very deep inside here. This is really soft and wet. This should be hard and dry, like you saw the example from the other horse, which was previously suffering with thrush. So normally every day you should clean very deep inside. You see this horse, how deep and wet this is, and you get this foul black substance, which when you smell has a very strong foul smell. And even inside here you can see that's quite painful. When I make this, she's pulling this away from me, so this is an indicator that she has pain. So I would clean this out really good. Ideally she would see a hoofschmied to cut away the infected area, and I would use the daily treatment from the Total Frog Care on this hoof, and then hopefully you start to see improvements within a few weeks.